Good evening, guys. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about what seed potatoes I'm going to be sowing this year. I've got a few different varieties from last year. I'm also going to be showing you what garlic I'm going to be sowing this year because I had a problem with the garlic I was going to be sowing where I've been so busy lately and not had chance to plant my garlic. The garlic decided to go all mushy in the two packets that I'd brought, and it's not usable now. So I've had to go out and buy two completely different varieties of garlic to what I sowed last year. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking to you about what seed potatoes I'm going to be planting and what garlic I'm going to be planting. And I will come back to you guys in a short while. Okay, guys, so the two different varieties of garlic that I brought over the weekend are Garcua. I can't pronounce it properly, but it's called Garcua. It's a strong flavoured softneck. Now, I normally go for hardneck variety because I normally plant my garlic in around about October and November time. But obviously, where I've been so busy last year, towards the end of the year, I didn't really get a chance to get down the allotment and put in my garlic and a few other bits and pieces. So I haven't even sown my broad beans or my autumn broad beans and my autumn peas either. But hopefully, in the next few days, I'll get round to look at sowing them ready for them to go out and have a kind of harvest in around about June, July time, maybe a little bit longer. It doesn't matter, but yeah, I've got lots of time to get that kind of sorted, but hopefully sorted in the next few days. But as I said, this is a softneck garlic, this first variety. Plant in between September and April, and then you can have a July to September harvest. So I'm going to give that a go. My garlic and most of my seed potatoes. Oh, and also I bought two varieties of onions. I got them from a local garden centre close called Dobby's. They've got their seed potatoes in at the moment, plenty of garlic packets, and also different varieties of onion seeds and shallots. So I went there over the week. I went there over the weekend and purchased loads of garlic, potato seeds, and some onion seeds. So the second variety of garlic that I'm going to be planting this year, this is called French garlic. It's called Flavour. Also, it's a mild flavoured softneck. Plant this in between December to April, and you get a July to September harvest. I always try and plant at least two different varieties of garlic every year. I've got the raised beds prepared, ready for them to go in. So this year, they're not going to go in the normal raised beds I normally plant them in because having watched a few YouTubers, they say really you should only plant garlic in the same raised bed 2 years on a trot. Don't do any further because they're prone to getting disease or rotting, and also you're prone not to getting a very good harvest as you would have done in the previous years. So I've got my raised beds marked out ready for those. So over the weekend I'm going to be down the allotment planting out my garlic. I'm also going to be planting out the two varieties of onions that I got. So the first variety is also from Dobby's, and it's called Carmen. So in this pack you get 50 sets of onions to plant out. They're excellent for salads. Plant them from December to May to have a harvest between August and October. So they're a red variety of onions, so I'm going to give them a go. But all these varieties of onions, seed potatoes and garlic you can find in local garden centres. Obviously the local one to me where I live is Dobby's, and they're always good value for money in there. So I've got them. They'll be planted at the weekend. The other variety of onions that I got that I've never tried before, these are called Stuttgarter Giant. So these are a favourite variety amongst growers. Plant again between December and May for a August October harvest. Again, these come in 50 sets. These are of a white variety, and obviously you'll get good size ones for the name, as it says, Stuttgarter Giant. So yeah, they're going to be going in over the weekend. I've just got to choose a raised bed for those to go in because I haven't chosen the raised beds yet for those onions to go in, but I've already got a raised bed where I planted a variety of shallots, so hopefully they will come up. As regarding my seed potatoes, so the first set of variety of seed potato that I've got, and I got two varieties, not realising I'd already purchased one variety from the garden centre, and this variety came from Home Bargains. So I'm going to be sowing Pentland Javelin. So these are great for boiling, salad, potatoes or chips. They are a first early, so get these in from around about March time and you'll have an early crop of potatoes. Now I've grown these before and I really liked these, so I thought yes, I'm going to go for them again. So Pentland Javelin, first earlies, a really good variety of potato. So the next variety of potato I've got, I can't pronounce it, but it is a second early. It's the one at the very bottom there. And if you obviously, I went into Dobby's and they are doing they are doing their seed potatoes at the moment. They've got a stand, loads of loose varieties of seed potatoes, and all you do is go round. There's a set price, fill up a bag for so much. So I filled the bag completely up, and that's another a completely different variety to me that I'm going to be planting this year and seeing how many I get in the way of a crop of potatoes. So hopefully it should be good, because the last 2 or 3 years, ever since I've been doing my allotment, I've always had a good crop of potatoes, a good harvest. Not so much last year because of, I think, the extreme heat. We had enough to keep us going and to give a few to friends and family, but not as many as in previous years. The next variety that I've got are Mary's Pear. Mary's Pear are a second early, so I believe, I'm not 100% sure, I believe they are of similar variety to Maris Piper, but these, when I looked at them, said they were very good for baking, like roasting. So I'm going to give them a try again. I've never tried Maris Pear. I've planted Maris Piper, gave that a go. They were a very good variety of potato. So yeah, I'm going to give that variety a go. And the final variety I've got are King Edwards. Now these are a main crop. So I don't believe I've grown King Edwards before, but I'm going to give them a go. These are also very good for roasting and mashing. They're the kind of variety you will always see in a supermarket. So I'm going to give them a go. And again, it was fill the bag up for so much money. And I think these are a very good size seed potato. So I'll be giving all of those seed potatoes a try to see what happens. And hopefully I'll get a good harvest of I'll get a good harvest of potatoes, a good harvest of onions, and hopefully a good harvest of garlic. Remembering that on the garlic, I'm trying softneck, which I've never tried before. I normally do hardneck, but hardneck you normally plant in between October to December. You could probably get away with planting it in the first week of January, but it needs the heavy frosts to give it that really good start, because the frosts help separate the cloves, so you get all that separation. So when you see your garlic in the ball shape that it is, it's all separated in the individual cloves, and that hard frost helps to achieve that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in the way of garlic, seed potatoes, and onions. There will be other stuff that I'm going to be sowing that I'll tell you about over the coming weeks. As I say, we're only coming towards the end of the January, but that's a start, and I'll come back to you guys in a minute.